Today in this video, we're going to be answering one of the most biggest questions floating around the PATRICK'S community. Is there gambling in this game? In this video, we're going to be looking at the facts and looking at the definition of the word and seeing if this game actually has gambling in it or if they could barely pass and, make it not gambling. So without further ado, let's just answer the question if it's actually just loot boxes or if it's literally gambling. Let's go talk about this. So when it comes to the PATRICK'S game, it's really all, comes to opening up eggs, all this stuff. You don't have to actually spend real money, and that's the thing. When you spend in-game currency, it's not really considered gambling because it's in-game currency. You do not actually pay for that. But recently, since the past couple of months, Press has been adding these new exclusive eggs that does cost Robux. Robux is not money, but the only way to get Robux is by spending money, meaning it's technically, if you want to think about it, another form of currency. So, now you're probably like, it's an egg. You always get something. And gambling is when you spend your money expecting to get something and you lose it all. You really don't get anything with a slim chance of getting something. With this, you're always going to get something. But the ones that you want and the one that you desire is a really slim chance. So, let's just go and actually talk about this. So in many different games, you have something called loot boxes where you pay a certain amount of money and you open up the loot box and then you have a chance of getting something. So the whole entire, if you actually look up the definition of gambling, it says here, it plays play games for a chance of money. In this, it's not a chance of money, it's a chance to getting a really powerful pet in the game. So the first description, or the first definition does not count for this, but definitions, they have multiple different meanings or multiple different things to describe it. So the next one is taking a risky action in hopes of a desired result. You hear that? A risky action for a desired hope. Technically, I'm getting more. And what is this here? You buy this egg because you're taking a risky chance of getting a desired result, aka the huge or Titanic. When you open up this egg, it's someone really gonna be like, yo, I want that 50% chance electric dominus. I want that. It's definitely what I'm wanting. And they get the Titanic and they're like, no. But, that technically this falls under the second definition. You keep on opening up eggs, technically with real money and a currency, attempting and trying to get yourself the good one, with there still being a very slim chance. Unlike a gambling system, you kind of know your chances. This one tells you your chances, and you're probably going to have to open up around a couple of thousand to easily a couple hundred, or 1,000 or two to at least get the desired Titanic. And that's going to cost you around, 10, 20k? Don't really know, but that's an estimated guess. But, it's going to cost you a lot of money. And there's a whole bunch of debates of if this is actually loot boxes, and Roblox, it really puts this under loot boxes and not gambling, because when it comes to gambling, you're putting your real money in, not a different type of currency that does cost money. And why did this happen? So, we're back in the game, don't know what happened there. But if you do look up online, there's many different questions of, is loot boxes gambling? Are they really the same thing? And if you do look it up, loot boxes, it says here, the whole thing, it's this whole box that has a whole bunch of different rare exclusive virtual items inside of it, with a chance of getting a good virtual item and also a chance of getting a lower virtual item. Technically what this is doing here, that's why Roblox and Preston likes to call this loot boxes without calling it, yo, gamble your money away. And this does, as they even said in feeds, loot boxes does feed into gambling addictions, because imagine spending money and you get yourself one huge first try. What are you gonna do when you spend $5 to get a huge, and then you're like, whoa, my luck is so good, and then you go open up, let's say 10 of them, spend $50 worth of Robux, and then all you get is electric dominuses. Yes, you're going to be mad, because in the beginning it gives you false hope. This kind of chance does not really work like, lotteries and stuff like that does, because in this here, all it really does is it's this random chance. It's all just code. So, yes, does that answer your question of it is? Now, the final answer is it's up to you. It's up to you to decide what you want to call it. In my opinion, I think that it could be considered gambling. I always like to call it loot boxes because, gambling just a strong word. And that's what this video says. Are these even legal? So the question is, well, we have no entire idea, because this is a place for kids, Roblox, you know. Well, they are updating the policy sooner or later, but this is a place that's, you know, supposedly run by homes of kids, and who knows how many kids spent their birthday money and other money just trying to get yourself a huge and Titanic. Well, lots of kids actually spent the money on it. Literally, lots of kids spend the money on this. So most likely, if they update the policy, they may get away with this. Maybe there might be a new law that loot boxes will, you know, eventually have to be for a certain age to actually open them up. Who knows? That will be a better idea, because I already know that Preston is making the bulk of his money in this game is from these eggs, and that's why they're so successful. And at the end of the day, these are in the 50-50 zone. The gray area of this is legal or not, because selling this to kids, it definitely does not seem legal, but in some places it may be. So at the end of the day, just buy them at your own risk. You know, I hardly buy these at all. Well, I only bought like one egg before. For the other present eggs, but usually I don't get these. They're just kind of a waste of money, and that's just my opinion on these. So the question of is it legal? Sadly, I do think it is, even though it probably shouldn't be. So anywho, that's me for this video. Tell me in the comments below your guys' opinion on these loot boxes, and if they're gambling or not. Tell me in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.